I'm going to evaluate 3 different logs. What I like to do is when I don't know what a log is equal to, I set it equal to x. Once I do that, I can then turn it into exponential form. So what happens is the base of the log, which is 3, moves to the other side and becomes the base of the exponent, which is x, which is what I'm trying to figure out. So really what this log is asking me is 3 to what power is equal to 9? 3 squared is 9, which means x is 2, which means the log is equal to 2. So log base 3 of 9 is 2. The next one I'm going to do is log base 2 of a half. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I did before. Now I want to know 2 to what power is equal to 1/2. So I have a video where I explain negative exponents. When you have a negative exponent, it means that you went from either a fraction to a whole number or a whole number to a fraction. When you have that negative exponent, it is flipping the base. In other words, finding the reciprocal. So if you're a little lost, I'm going to try to explain what's going on here. Two to the negative first power is a half. When you have the negative exponent, when you apply it to the base, which is 2, you're flipping the 2 and making it 1/2. And now that you have made it 1/2, the exponent becomes positive. So I know that going from 2 to 1/2 means that I have to have a negative exponent. So looking at the denominator now, I'm going from 2 to 2, which means that would be an exponent of 1. Make that a negative. That means the log is equal to -1. This last one, I have a fraction in the base this time. I'm going to set it up the same way. Now, I need to figure out how 1/8 becomes 64. So just like the last one, except the opposite, I guess, instead of going from whole number to fraction, I'm going from fraction to whole number, but the same rules apply. If I'm going from fraction to whole number, I know that my exponent has to be negative. So if I'm going from a denominator of 8, I'm just going to focus on the denominator. If I'm going from 8 to 64, that means I would be squaring 8. However, I don't want an 8, I want 1/8. So I'm getting close. Now I've got 1/8 squared, but we know that that would be equal to 1/64. So in order to have it flip and become 64/1, I can use a negative exponent because the negative exponent turns it into 8/1 instead of 1/8. Then I square it. I'm having trouble in the corner here, but it equals 64. So x would have to be -2 in order for that 1/8 to flip and then become 64.